Have you wondered what the difference is between a $150 pair of noise canceling headphones and the top of the line $350 pair of noise canceling headphones is? Watch this video and find out. First off, I want to say I'm not being paid by anybody or sponsored by anyone for this video. Was not offered these for free. I bought these headphones with my own money and tested them out for a couple of weeks. Had 3 flights worth of noise canceling headphone experience with these 2 headphones, and I have opinions. If you're like me, you've been curious about noise canceling headphones, but the price on a standard decent pair of noise canceling headphones is pretty expensive. These are not high end, and they're $150 to $200. That is not cheap. And we're not even talking about $350 for this pair of headphones. That is a lot of money to spend. You're probably wondering, do I need to spend that much money to get good enough for me noise canceling on my flight or on my commute or wherever you're using them? And that was my question as well. I did a lot of research online, narrowed it down to these 2 headphones. The reason I chose these 2 headphones is that the Sony 1000 XM3s are regarded as the best noise canceling headphones on the market as far as top of the line noise canceling headsets. So I went with these. Retail at $350. You can find them on sale sometimes for about $300. I think you're probably going to pay $300 or more. Occasionally a little bit below that price point, but usually about $300 at least. What I notice when I take them out of the box is they are very light, almost troublingly so. You just feel like, oh my gosh, these are so, they don't feel fragile, they don't feel poorly made or not sturdy. They just are so light that you know, you're not going to really want to be flinging these around. At least that's the impression. I guess the price plus the lightness really makes me almost afraid. The difference between these 2, I think, is an ounce. These are a little heavier, but yeah, these are light. I just expected more weight, but I guess, you know, when you are building a headset that's going to be comfortable for a long time, you want to make it as light as possible. On the headset, you just, not that many buttons. You just have a power button, a function button that you can use for ambient noise in or out. If you want to let some noise from the outside come in, you can choose that, or noise canceling on and off. There's the headphone input, the 3.5 millimeter jack. You can use these wired. You can use the Plantronics wired as well, the charging port. And you can't see it because there's no marking, but on the cup, the right cup, there is touch controls. Swipe left and right for forward and rewind, up and down for volume, hitting in the middle for play and pause. That is probably the low point of the headset, is that these touch controls are just not great. They didn't work very well for me. And it seems like a lot of people have that issue. And putting them on my head, they do fit really comfortably. And it's cushioned well. And I've had these on for, 5 hours. I think a session as long as 5 hours. And they do well. They're comfortable. The passive, not even turning them on, the passive noise canceling, noise blocking, insulating, sounds outside of the headphones are already muffled to a very decent degree. And then when you turn them on, it's very impressive. It is, you feel like you're in a different environment. Noise canceling, you're not going to get. These are the best noise canceling available. It doesn't block out all sound. You can still hear things around you depending on the level of the sound, the loudness, the type of sound. For example, I was on a flight, had people talking the whole time, but basically plain noise, super muted. It makes a huge difference. Really cuts out so much noise that when you're on the plane and you take them off in the middle of the flight, it's almost a sensory overload when you take them off, which goes to the quality of the headset. The sound of these headphones is really good. I recommend using the equalizer that is in the app that connects to the phone to tweak it a little bit. I think the bass is not great, but you can kind of tweak it to sound a little bit better. They sound really good, but if you bought a $300 pair of regular headphones that weren't noise canceling, you would get a better experience. So that goes for both these headphones. I think it goes for probably most noise canceling headphones. If you can't do both, you're paying a premium because of the noise canceling, but they do sound really good. I actually think, now that I'll switch over to the Plantronics. You can't customize the sound through an app, at least not one that goes directly with this headset. But it sounds better, I think, than the Sonys do right out of the box, especially in the bass department. I don't know that overall the sound is better, but it has more rich sound to it, more warm tone. I really like these headphones sound-wise. And putting them on my head, they're comfortable. I don't know that these are more comfortable on a long-term basis than the Sonys. The Sonys are more comfortable listening hours and hours or having them on your head for hours and hours. I think they're more comfortable overall. Also to note, they have, look at this, left and right. Embarrassing and lame, or kind of cool and useful? I think it's probably both that there's an L and R. I mean, how many times have you struggled to find out which ear was left and which ear was right? I've done that so many times. It's very annoying. Very different looking than the Sony. I picked these out because they were rated well, and I like the look of them. This is a little brown. You know, you got some style. This is like a gray wood look. It's almost like carbon fibery here. I mean, maybe too many elements on one headset, but I generally like the way they looked online. Not as impressive in person. I wouldn't say they look cheap, but they don't look top of the line in person as far as the hardware styling. On the headphones, power button, Bluetooth connect button, or switch, I guess both of these are switches. Microphone mute. I haven't used the microphone for either of these headsets, so I might as well say that. I did not take any calls or call anyone, so I hadn't had a chance to use that. I do not know the quality of either of these microphones, so don't hold that against me. There's a headphone jack, 3.5 millimeter as well. And this one charges with USB micro. These charge with USB-C. It's a little faster to charge with USB-C. It's nice they added that, but you know, you pay $350, you're probably going to get a better charging port, I guess. Oh, on the side, instead of touch controls, you have the buttons. You have buttons for play, pause. You have a little semi-rocker, I guess, for volume. Doesn't fully spin, just a little bit of movement. I actually don't like it that much for controlling the volume. And you have fast forward and rewind. I like that the play. This is certainly better than the Sony headphones, where I couldn't get the touch control to work for play and pause very well at all. This also can let ambient noise in or not, which is a cool function if you want to actually pay attention a little bit. You know, you hear the announcement on the plane and you want to listen to that, you can just flip the switch and hear the ambient noise come into the headset. Let's look at the cups. Also noticing on the cups, the space for your ear is pretty small. I have larger size ears. Mine fit it fine in the Sony headset. These ones I do as well, but just barely. So if you have bigger ears like me, maybe that, you know, just be wary. I will say the sound is good, but the noise canceling is not amazing. You can tell the difference, but it's not, you know, a different environment like the Sony's put you in. You don't feel like you're in some kind of secure room that has noise blocking. It works. It's good. It's there. It's something. It's not nothing. It's not a gimmick that doesn't work. It works. It just is not nearly as good as the Sony's. Generally, I like it though. It is comfortable. It sounds really good, this headset. Sounds really good. So if you just want a good headset that sometimes you want to use some noise canceling and you don't need super high quality noise canceling, you just want a little bit extra, these are a nice buy. Also, you have to like the styling, of course. Both of these come with a headphone cable, a charging cable, and a case. The Sonys come with a hard case, this case right here. Boop. And you can fold these up. Both of these headphones will swivel, but only this one folds for easy storage. This one, like I said, will swivel. Both of these can fit on your neck and fit comfortably. I think I'd actually say it's pretty close, but these actually might be a little bit more comfortable on the neck. They bend in such a way, it's almost like you see how it's like it's a little bit of an angle that makes it more comfortable this way. The case for the Plantronics is just a bag. Since it doesn't fold in, it actually is a little bit of a pain to travel with, quite honestly. So this is the bag, giant bag. It's a nice bag, but it's a bag. Okay, so that covers the headphones. And I want to get to my recommendation and my thought about noise canceling headsets. My opinion, personally, is $350 is a lot to spend for a pair of headphones. I spent $300 on these. While I still think it's a lot of money, I think that noise canceling for me is kind of an all or nothing proposition. For me, a little bit of noise canceling, a decent amount of noise canceling is not enough. If you're going to have a lot of use for a noise canceling headset, I think you got to go top of the line. If you really have occasion and lots of hours of time that you want to noise cancel and the noise around you drives you crazy, I think that these are worth the investment. Again, it's a lot to spend. I know, believe me, I know, but they get the job done. Again, noise canceling in general, you're not going to cancel out all noise all the time, no matter what headset you use. But if you have these on noise canceling and music, you're not going to hear anything around you unless it's particularly loud or particularly close or particularly high pitched. The noise canceling cancels out the lower registering consistent noise really well. So it makes a huge difference. They are worth it. They do block a whole lot of sound out and can help your day if you suffer from tension and anxiety that is related to the noise around you. Now, if you go down to the mid-range, I mean, $150 is not a little bit of money. It's a decent chunk of change to pay for a headset. This blocks out some noise. You can tell the difference, but it's nowhere near these headphones. It just isn't. The noise canceling isn't as good. I said the sounds really good. They're comfortable. I like these headphones. But for me, a little bit of noise canceling, some noise canceling isn't enough. And I think, like I said, for my situation, it's really just worth it to pay more for the expensive but yet high quality headphones. I went with Sony's. I'm going to keep these. I'm going to use these all the time. I really like them. They're comfortable. They're light. They sound good. Noise canceling is pretty darn amazing. So what your situation is and budget, that'll determine what kind of noise canceling headset you want. If you're hardly ever in a situation where you would need noise canceling and it's just like an added feature and you just are looking for a decent pair of headphones to travel with or to have in the office or wherever, these are a nice pair of headphones. Just don't expect the world from the noise canceling. Maybe you have these headphones and these are awesome and you think they cancel just enough noise for anybody. Let me know in the comments if you have another pair of headphones you really love, you want to talk about, or comments about noise canceling in general. Leave those in the comments below. Also, leave a like and subscribe if you want to see more videos from me. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you later. Over your ears. But they're light, they feel comfortable, and really was curious as a person who is affected quality. The first thing I noticed when I put them on my head, without even turning them on, is the passive